What is up, guys? No one's here, I know, yet, but hopefully a couple of you will pop in. I can update you on what's going on. We are exporting the last video where I shot an insanely large amount of footage, which causes me to struggle editing. Like, struggling would be an understatement. It's just freaking impossible to edit these stupid videos when I shoot. Hey, what's up? A couple people popped in. How's it going, guys? I am exporting the last long video, hopefully ever, until I'm not shooting anything longer than this until I'm caught up. So the next 30, 40 videos will be really short, and that will allow me to catch up really quickly. You guys will see, I promise. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this is like a phenomenal day. So how is everybody? Oh, I can't see the chat. If you guys are chatting, I don't know. I need to pull it up somehow. Chat all live messages. Am I missing? Well, if you guys are chatting, I'm not seeing anything, but if you are commenting, or if you are about to, hopefully I'll see it. So let me show you what I'm doing real quick. I have to take this off the... So I'm now exporting this video, which was originally 37 minutes long. And once this is done exporting, I will upload it and then start. I have to go tutor a couple students, but then I will be right back to editing, and these videos will be popping out like, I don't know, like octuplets from a crazy woman. Hey, Hassan, what's up? Okay, because here's what happens when I shoot so much footage. Like literally this video I was uploading, I had 37 minutes of footage, and no one wants to see 37 minutes of just me looking at my screen. It's just so boring. And so what happens is when I edit it, I kind of go through the like video equivalent of writer's block, where, you know, like when writers just can't think of anything to write and they go through a long period of time where they just can't make any more progress in the book. Pretty much what happens with me with editing. Like I get an editor's block and I don't know what to keep in. I don't know how I'm going to piece everything together to make it a shorter video. And it just takes me days and days to figure it out. And then what I end up doing is like taking a bunch of screenshots and then basically doing a voiceover summary. But even that takes a while. I just figured out a quicker way of doing it, but I'd rather just upload the footage and then cut out the ums and like the long pauses, but just keep everything in there and just upload it. It's much faster that way. And it was this point in time in June when I realized Justin stopped filming so much. And so the next several videos will be most likely under 10 minutes, and they'll be uploaded way quicker. So yeah, it's a long explanation, but that is why videos have been taking me forever, and I'm really, really sorry. I also still tutor full-time pretty much, so I'm always driving around from town to town. Like I go within like a couple town radius of me where I am, and so that's a lot of time too, especially when I'm tutoring someone in like pre-calculus and I have to like brush up on the stuff I'm about to tutor them on. So I usually will spend maybe 2 or 3 hours like learning a bunch of stuff, and so I don't have as much time to edit as you may think, but I am definitely going to be caught up after this video is uploaded. So thank you guys for staying with me. It means the world to me that you guys are still subscribed and all that. I love you guys so much. All one of you that are here right now. Thanks for the like too, whoever did that. I don't even know if I can like my own video. I can when I upload it, but not this. So anyways, what do you guys think of the tax reform? Do you think it's actually going to get passed? I'd like to know the reasoning behind each investment. Yeah, I mean, like with Tesla, and I talk about it a lot. I just love electric cars. That's like the #1 reason I invest in Tesla. Plus, I really like Elon Musk, and I like his drive and his motivation. So that's why I will always forever invest in Tesla until they go out of business. Like, I'm never going to not invest in Tesla. And Apple is just a solid company. I'm a little skeptical about this next month with Apple because they're having so many issues. Like iPhone 8, not many people are buying it. Apple Watch has connectivity issues a little bit. Thanks for Perino or Perrin 010. Thanks, Gaz from UK. What's up? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, so with Apple, I've always loved Apple ever since I got my first iMac, and after my first smartphone was an HTC Evo 4G, which was like I got it in 2010, and then once 2012 came around, I was due for an upgrade. I went to iPhone, and I never looked back after that. Yeah, I do get a lot of views from the UK. I think that's so cool. I would love to visit the UK someday. I've never been there. I've been to Ireland. I was like right next door to you guys, but I've never been to the UK. I would love to do that. That would be like amazing. But yeah, so with Apple, I mean, I know their iPhones are not like miles ahead of Android phones. They just are maybe like slightly better looking. Maybe their apps run differently, but I still think Apple does what they do very well, even if they are a little bit late to the party. I think with this AR, I think the AR is going to be really big. I think once people start using it, they're going to really like it, and it's going to become really popular. Yeah, I do hear that it always rains over there. It is literally, we're in like a drought right now. It hasn't rained in like 2 or 3 weeks in a straight. I've actually was watering the grass today because my grass is dying. It's all brown. And so I'm trying to bring some green back to it, but it's tough. We're not supposed to even get rain for maybe once this week. It's super hot right now. We're setting records actually. Like the last 3 or 4 days have been record. How much profit are you on? Okay, so it's been a roller coaster. I've been up and down, up and down. Last week, I hit like 161,000 in the account, which put me at like 118,000 profit. Since last week, I dropped like $49,000. So a lot of profit was erased in the last 6 days, literally. Today, we're starting to come back. We're up like, I think 4 or 5 grand so far today. But it's been crazy. It's been every time Trump says something about North Korea, dude, like everyone freaks out. It sucks. Actually, no, you don't have to do that. When you sell it, like the programs, I don't know how it works, but they automatically match your sell order to someone who's trying to buy it at the same time. Doesn't matter what you're selling, it will sell, someone will buy it, and then when someone sells it, someone else will buy it. When you're buying, someone else is always selling. So I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know the mechanics, but no, whenever you sell your option, someone will always buy it. 37 seconds left of this video. Oh my gosh. I've been having a headache this whole day because of stressing out about this. Finally finished it. When did you learn how to trade? I taught myself. So like in 2012, I called the Scottrade office and was like, "Yo, help me set up an account." And then literally it took like 30 minutes, but he walked me through it like step by step. He walked me through opening the account, and then I was like, "Okay, so how do I like put in money?" And then he said, "Well, you could do a deposit through the internet, or you could bring in a check." And I felt safer bringing a check in at the time. So I literally wrote a check, brought it to them, and they deposited it for me. The next day I had, 4,000 in my account, and then I asked him like, how do I buy a stock? And it's really simple. You go to like trade, you click buy, you type in the symbol of the stock you want, how many shares. It's really straightforward once you get your money in. And then after that, I just kind of, I had a friend that I worked with that was in investing. And I talked to him a lot, and I learned a lot from him. But when you talk to people, you learn a lot as you go, and that's what I just did. I just learned as I went. What's up? How do you pronounce it? Svahunas Money? What's going on? And Act One Yogi? What's going on? Thank you guys for coming in. I don't know if Scottrade can be traded in the UK. You'd have to look, like, just Google Scottrade United Kingdom to see if they have a website. And if they do, then that means you'll be able to trade with them. The chats keep disappearing. Apple down since the iPhone 8 launch. Thinkorswim paper traded a call option. That's cool that you're doing the paper trading. That's awesome. You're going to learn a lot that way, and that'll really prepare you for when you do it for real money. Yeah. So yeah, the iPhone 8 did not do well, and I'm hoping that that's a good sign that the iPhone 10 will do well. But the iPhone 10 is not going to have that much quantity in supply, so it's going to be really hard to get one. And that's good and bad, because when the supply is low, the demand goes up, and so everyone hypes about it because they really want what not everyone can get. But at the same time, they need to sell units to make profit, so it's kind of a catch-22 there. Have you taken a trading course? No, I've never taken a trading course. I literally just bought stocks on my own and then just learned as I went. You always start small, like buy a couple shares, few shares at a time, get the feel of when, like, making money, losing money, and then once you get more comfortable, then you start buying more and more, and that's the best way to do it. What's going on, Lakisin Sasiduran? How's it going? Sorry if I butchered the name. I'm sure you could trade options in any market. You just have to look at whatever. Like whatever country you're in, just look up online brokers and read the reviews, see what the best websites are. Like I did a lot of research between Scottrade and E-Trade. Those are the ones I was deciding on when I first started. I probably spent like 2 or 3 days looking between E-Trade and Scottrade and looked at the pros and cons of each. At the time, E-Trade, their commission was percentage based. So if you spent a lot of money on stocks, your commission was really high. Whereas Scottrade was just a flat rate, and that's kind of what made my final decision to buy Scottrade, or to go with Scottrade. I think now it's flat rate for everybody, though. But at the time, believe it or not, E-Trade was percentage-based with their commission. So if you were spending a ton of money on, like, Apple shares, you'd have to pay a higher commission versus if you were buying AMD stock or something like that. Do you have to pay monthly for a stock? No, once you own the stock, you own it. So you don't pay monthly. The only thing you would pay monthly is if you were borrowing money from the broker, which is called trading on margin. If you borrow money, you will have to pay monthly interest, just like a loan. Options are only available allowed only in the Scandinavian market. Oh, I didn't know that. Norway is a beautiful country too. I've heard a lot of awesome stuff about that. And they're also really big with Tesla. I know Tesla sells, they have a lot of customers in Norway. So Norway is awesome for that. But yeah, I guess you can't buy options. I'm not sure how you would go about doing that then. I'm not really sure. What do you see happening 2017, 2018 in the market? Well, that all depends on Donald Trump. Like, honestly, I don't know. If we had a president who was like normal and didn't cause waves, I think 2018 is going to be just as good a year as 2017. I still think it probably will be. It's just going to be really rocky with Trump in charge because no one knows what he's going to say. Like, literally no one knows what he's going to say. He could say something really cool, and then he could say like 10 things that piss everybody off, and then the market will go down. And so I don't know, but I think, like, kind of forgetting about him for a second, I think Tesla's going to do really cool things with their cars. I think Apple will even have a nice iPhone. Like, their iPhone sales will go up. I think Universal Display is going to kill it in 2018 because OLED screens are like everywhere now. So I think 2018 is going to still be pretty good. I think 2018 is going to be pretty good. What are your thoughts on holding shares for a bull market or using option calls for a higher return? Yeah, I mean, if the market's a bull market, you'll definitely make more money with options. The returns are just crazy compared to stocks, but they are risky, and I wouldn't advise jumping into options all at once because if you're not used to losing, like, let's say you put in 10 grand, if you freak out over losing like $500 in a single day, then I would say you're not ready for options yet. Because, I mean, you've seen it from my videos. I've lost a shit ton of money in a single day before, and you have to have really thick skin to be able to tolerate it. But if you can and you're prepared, then you can give it a try. Just, take it slow. Like, I only bought one option. My very first option, I only bought one. And I kind of went from there. I just went really, really slow. TD Ameritrade. Yeah, TD Ameritrade actually is merging with Scottrade. So this month, Scottrade should be, I don't know what name they're going to take, but they're merging, and it's going to be pretty sweet. Yeah, I think Apple's in a correction right now just because of their issues that they're having. But once they fix them all, I think Apple's going to go up. I mean, when has ever Apple really like just tanked? I don't think they've never done that. They've always just gone up. And so yeah, there's little miniature fluctuations, but I think Apple in 2018 will be $200 or higher pretty easily. Commission-free services like Robinhood. I've never tried Robinhood. I tried a similar app called U Stock Trade. It's just the letter U and then Stock Trade, and it was cool. Yeah, like you could definitely do trades on your phone, and it makes it easy to trade while on the go. But when I was researching Robinhood at the time, I heard that they were widening the bid and ask spread. So when you sell a stock, you're getting less money, and when you're buying a stock, you're paying more money. And they pocketed some of the minor increments between that as a way to make money. I don't know if they still do that anymore. I would definitely research that, like Google Robinhood bid ask spread to see if they are still doing that. If that's the case, I mean, but it's still free commission. So like, depending on how much you trade, it could be a great way to learn how to start trading. You've been there with you on the highs and the lows. Thank you, man. Oh wait till you see what happened yesterday. It was my worst day of ever. It was pretty it was pretty bad. What percentage of your investments are options? Right now, pretty much all of them are options. And again, because the market's on an average doing well, I'm doing mostly call options. I do have a few put options now, like on Kroger and Foot Locker, because I don't see them really doing well in the future. And so I'm kind of buying that just in case they go down, or if stocks go down, they will most likely go down anyways. And so I do have some put options now, but mostly it's almost all call options. Ooh, the video is done exporting. I can finally upload it. Finally. So I'm gonna log into YouTube here and get this. But yeah, this video took me forever to edit, and I hated it. I don't know if I can even upload a video while I'm streaming. I don't know if that's possible. We're gonna try it though. So if I cut out, it'll be because it doesn't let me upload and stream at the same time, but I'm streaming from my phone and I'm uploading on my computer, so maybe it'll let me do both. It's funny, the interesting thing, the video I'm uploading right now, I bought Netflix options, and I actually sold those exact options yesterday for I think like over 100% return. So I did well with that one. And I'm going to talk about in a future video like when to sell your call options once they get in the money, and like when or what strikes to pick, what are the best strike prices to pick, because I've been researching it, and I guess there is a strategy that you should do. So I'm testing that theory right now with my OLED calls, and if OLED can get back up to over like to 145 a share, then I'll have the data I need to make my conclusion on this experiment that I'm doing on strike prices and stuff. How much money should I start investing in stocks? Well, it depends on who your broker is. Like with Scottrade, the minimum is 500. So I would say if you have 500, go ahead and start now. Like start with the minimum that the website allows you to do, and just get started. Because the more you wait, the more you're going to kick yourself when stocks go up. Seriously, I did it for years. I watched Apple go from $65 a share to literally, no joke, like $450 a share before I finally got into the market and started investing. And I waited so long. Had I just got off my ass and just made the account, I would have made a lot more money. Yeah, that would be really helpful. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do. So I'll just give you a little quick summary. The theory is you can make a higher percent return when you buy options that are out of the money, and then the stock goes up, and then you're in the money, and then you sell, as opposed to buying a option that's already in the money. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but they say you can get a higher percent return. And there's actually an example on Investopedia, but It's because if your contract expires out of the money, you make 0% return. You lose 100% of your money. So it has something to do with that. But the strategy is if you buy out of the money and the stock passes your option, you'll make a higher percent return that way, which is what I've been doing. I just didn't really realize that was the best way to do it. I just kind of got lucky, I guess. Cryptocurrencies, I really am on the fence with those. I think on the one hand, it's really cool because it's monitored. It's not monitored by the government, so it's really, I don't know. It's hard to be corrupt, but at the same time, hackers can still get into it. I don't know a lot about it, so but I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a really cool idea of having money be digital and it being easier to use, and I think it's a cool idea. But in that blockchain whole technology that they're using, I heard is really awesome, and I don't really know how that works, but I've been meaning to do some research on that. But yeah, cryptocurrencies have just been on fire over the last 7 years or so. Working on current figures. When is a realistic date for the 2 Comma Club achievement? 5+ years. Actually, so my original goal was to do 35% per year, and if I did that, I would have hit the 2 Comma Club in 7 years, maybe 7 to 8 years. But at the return I'm at now, I'm gonna hit the 2 Comma Club in like a year and a half. So I'm really glad I got into options because that's gonna save me like 5 years of my life getting to that goal. I might be able, if I can do the same returns, I'm crossing my fingers. If I can do the same returns I'm doing now, we'll hit the 2 Comma Club by approaching 2019. We'll hit it. So like a year and 5 or 6 months from now, we can hit it if we can get back to these returns that we're at. Can you explain tax wash sale rule? Oh yeah, the tax wash sale is when I forgot. I know this happened to me last year because I was looking at my taxes and on my forms. It's when you basically you buy a stock and then you sell it for a loss and then you buy back in within like 30 days. They kind of cancel that loss off from the profits that you would make or something like that, so that you can't write off those losses on your taxes it has something to do with buying, selling, and buying a stock again within a month. And your losses negate your profits or something like that. I'm probably wrong, but I know it's something really closely related to that. In fact, I should make a video about that because I do need to explain that. I think that'd be good for people to know. Watched your video on Ryan's channel, but I would like to know more. Which video are you talking about? The most recent one or the one from April where I explained options? Are you going to invest in Ubisoft? I forgot. Oh man, see, there's so many companies I want to invest in and I totally forgot because I need to look into that because they're a gaming company as well, right? And I'm not sure which games they make, but yeah, 2019, dude, I wrote out it's actually crazy. So at the return I was at last week, I would hit the 2 Comma Club at the end, before 2019 ended, and I would hit the 3 Comma Club 6 years late after that. So we're talking $1 billion by 2025, something like that. Which is why I love investing, because you can make the same percent return every single year, but you'll make more and more profit because of exponential growth. And it's just the best way to make money. You don't have to work for it, and you'll make more money than anyone you know who is working. And I start to feel bad for people that work a lot and they don't make a lot of money, because I used to be one of those people. And the day I started investing was the best day of my life, seriously. Oh, Ubisoft is making, or is it Ubisoft? I think, is that how you pronounce it? The new South Park game looks hilarious, dude. The difficulty marker where it's it's so crazy. The harder it is, the darker your skin color is. That's just crazy. It's probably very true though. Do you see Tesla passing 500? I think, yeah. I mean, because they were at what, 385 recently? So it's only $115 off of 500. I think they'll definitely hit 500 because there's really famous like venture capitalist. His name's like Chamath Palihapitiya. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a part owner of the Golden State Warriors, so he's rich. He's a venture capitalist, so he invests in companies. He was basically saying that like Tesla is exactly how Apple was in 2007 when they unveiled the new iPhone, because when they unveiled that iPhone, like they basically created the demand for a new product. Like no one had even seen the product yet. And then here comes Apple showing you this new phone, and everyone wanted it. So it's like, I think with Tesla, with the Model 3, that's pretty much what they're going to be doing. Because depending on where you live, you might not ever see a Model S drive. Like where I used to live, no one had a Model S. Like no one could afford it, because the town I used to live in, it was a pretty middle class town, but no one was like rich. So I maybe saw one like a year. Like, but there's other towns where you see Teslas every day. And so with the Model 3s, I think a lot of people are going to be seeing Teslas for the first time, or they're going to be, seeing them on the road for the first time. They might even know people who have it for the first time. And it's just the demand is just going to go on fire. Like, I think the demand is going to go crazy after that. That's why I'm the most bullish on Tesla right now. That's probably my favorite company, is Tesla. And AMD I still like as well. I still think they got a lot of good things going for them. Are you going to keep going in the market past the 2 Comma Club? Do you need the stress? Yeah. Well, the thing is, once I hit the 2 Comma Club, I think I'm going to try to hit the 3 Comma Club. In fact, that was my original idea for this channel, was Road to the 3 Comma Club. I just thought it would take way too long. But now that it's feasibly able to be hit within 10 years, I think I might start a new channel called Road to the 3 Comma Club after. Yeah. Plus, I want to start donating money to charities and stuff, and I don't want to just donate like $5. I want to be able to donate like more money, and I want to get my parents like a house and stuff. And so I'm going to need to keep investing, just probably just because, just in case. I'm going to take advantage. As long as the market's doing well, I'm going to try to make as much money as possible, so I can, just in case something happens. Oculus or Magic Leap? I don't know if I know what the Magic Leap is. Is that also a VR platform? I know Oculus. I've tried the Oculus before. It was awesome. I never heard of the Magic Leap, though. I'm trying to title my video. What's the best way to profit, prepare for a crash? Yeah, that's tough. Like, it's kind of hard to know when a crash is coming. A lot of people will say a crash is coming, but then most of them are wrong. So, and I actually had a new theory for that. So that's a good question. I have a new theory for what's the best way to profit, prepare for a crash. What I would do is look for like really crappy companies that are pretty much going to go out of business anyways, and just get put options on those. Because if let's say you have Apple, and then you have like Foot Locker. Foot Locker, a lot of people don't think they're going to be around much longer. So like I have put options on Foot Locker, and I have calls on Apple. If Apple starts to tank, I can just sell my Apple calls, but I'm going to hold on to Foot Locker, because if stocks are going down, I'm still profiting on Foot Locker. And so, obviously, if you could predict the future, you just buy puts on everything that's going to go down. But since you can't, I would just focus on some companies that you just think are not going to be around in 5 years. A lot of retail companies probably would qualify for that. And you can get some put options on those, and just that's kind of like a protection if stocks do go down. Because if the stocks go down and you have put options, you're going to make money. So, good goals, man. You will get there. Thanks, dude. Just Dancing, what's up? Tesla, buy puts that are cheap, just in case. Yeah, I mean, and another thing, you could buy cheap puts, and so when you buy a call and it expires worthless, you lose 100%, right? But if you buy a put and it goes down, let's say you lose 100% of your call, you can make more than 100% return on put options, theoretically. So it is, a lot of people do buy puts as like a way to protect themselves. If I had more money, like even more money than I have, I would probably own a lot more puts. But right now, I'm just trying to accumulate money right now, so I'm just doing calls on the companies I think are going to go up the most. But buying cheap calls has helped me override the current losses. Think bullish like it. Yeah, exactly. So even though you guys are not licensed, I thank you guys. I bought my first house this year. Quit my job. Well, that's awesome, dude. Bought your first house and you quit your job. That's awesome. So are you trading full time, or what are you doing full time? I think I saw you had a vlog too. Hey Keith, I watched one of them. Are you vlogging full time now, or excited? Getting a house out of state is a goal from Tesla profits. Yeah, I'm actually trying to buy my Tesla with Tesla profits. I'm gonna try to buy my first Tesla strictly from like I'm gonna add up what my Tesla profits were, and if it's enough, then I will like sell them and try to buy a Tesla with it. But I kind of want to get a Model S first, so I need to save some more money. Justin, I only stumbled on the fact that you had a live video. Do you pre-post this info on Twitter or Facebook? Oh, actually, no. This was kind of impromptu because I have to tutor in like an hour and a half, and so in fact, I'll probably be ending this stream in like 5 minutes. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I finally finished this ridiculously long video. I cut it down from 37 minutes to like 12, and I was just so excited. I just wanted to talk to you guys to let you guys know what's going on. Hey Keith, dude, that's awesome, dude. Your life's gonna be so much better now. I feel like with if you're trading and blogging full time, um, I think you're gonna have a lot more time to do what you like. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Congrats, dude. Huge props. Which factors affect a company's stock price? That's actually okay. I think on average, it's all about future, right? So like stock market, like people bet on companies they think are going to do well in the future. So I think the more future prospects a company has, the better its stock price will be. Some stocks perform well based on their profits, just strictly profits, like GM, for example, or General Electric, or like some of the foundational companies. I don't know what you want to call them, but their stocks will go up if they have a good earnings report and they make a lot of profit. But a lot of it's on future things. So like if a company has good profits, but they don't predict their profits will be better next quarter, then their stock will still go down. So a lot of it's all future, which is why I love Tesla so much, because they just have so many things going for them in the future, and that's what excites people, and that's what builds up their stock price, and that's why I like. I think a lot of companies are like that too. In fact, some companies, this is kind of proves my point, like Foot Locker and like those retail companies, a lot of their stock prices go down just thinking about the fact that Amazon might come into their industry, which again has nothing to do with the present or the past. It's all future. So if someone thinks Amazon's coming into their industry, their stock will actually go down because their future prospects are not looking good. So a lot of it's on future. A lot of it's on the future stuff. His train from LA to San Francisco, Mars dreams. Yeah, dude, Musk is crazy. That Hyperloop, I want to try one of those someday when he does it. Stream more. I will start streaming more. Trust me. These videos just killed me this week, and I literally spent like 5 days on this stupid video. So you won't realize it when you watch it because it's a short video, but it took me forever to figure out what to keep in, what to cut out. I did cut a lot out, but I kept most of it in, and yeah, I basically got writer's block, but for video editing, I got editor's block. I just couldn't figure out how to edit this video. It took me so long. Apologize for that. Okay. For Perrin, that's a good point. I'm gonna do that. I have a Twitter account, and I will post a link to that on my videos from now on, and I will make a point to post on Twitter when I'm about to stream. I will definitely do that. Thank you for that advice. That's really good advice. I was working at Ross. I moved from the Philippines. I don't know anything about vlogging. I rented out the 3 other rooms so I can be a full-time swing trader. That's awesome, dude. I used to know someone who lived in the Philippines. I heard it was like super hot there all the time, like 90 degrees all the time. But he said he liked living there. I used to skateboard with him back in the day. But that's so cool, man. I'm so stoked for you. I'm gonna start watching your vlogs more. You just basically film what you're doing, but kind of almost create it into a story. Like, don't just film yourself going to the grocery store. Have some sort of story behind it. I think it'll be more interesting to watch. But I think your vlog will be very interesting. Shouldn't Tesla stock prices be decreasing because they can keep up? They can't keep up. I think that's what you meant to say. They can't keep up with the demand for the new Tesla model. I think that's what you meant to say. Um, yeah, it's tough. If they can't keep up with the demand, everyone always says it's a good problem to have, right? Everyone always says that. Yes, it's a good problem to have, but it's still a problem. So if they can't solve that problem, it's going to be bad for them. And so what I think Tesla will have to do, and I think they are doing it, they're building another gigafactory. And if they can successfully do that, I think they will be able to keep up with the demand. Because it's not like this car is $10,000 car where everyone's going to buy it. I do think it's still going to be a car that a lot of people can't afford quite yet. So I think the demand will be just enough where Tesla can keep up with it. And oh yeah, I will post on Instagram too. Good point. Thank you. But yeah, I think Tesla will be able to keep up. They'll be able to increase their production over the next year. And if they come out with another car, though, that's even cheaper than the Model 3, which I don't think they will. But if they did, yeah, then they would be really, really in big trouble. But I think they'll be okay with the Model 3. What's your @ handle? Let me look for the Twitter handle. I forgot. It's been so long. I used to never post on Twitter, to be honest. So let me go to my profile. Okay, so I kind of changed my Twitter from my old business to this one. I'm contemplating whether I should create a new Twitter handle for this channel or not. But in the meantime, it's JR Skater. So let me write it down here. Hold on one sec. And I'm going to have to wrap it up a little after this because I have to shower and then I'm tutoring 2 students, both in Algebra 2. So I need to kind of brush up a little bit on whatever. Man, Algebra 2 is a lot tougher than Algebra 1. So anyways, like we were doing quadratic inequalities yesterday, solving quadratic inequalities, and I totally had to refresh my memory on how to do it. But it's pretty much like solving quadratic equations. Anyway, is that mirror imaged? Are you guys seeing this backwards? Oh my god, I can't tell if you guys are seeing this backwards. Let me write this backwards just in case. I have to write this in a mirror image. Well, you'll be able to see it one of these ways. I wrote one backwards and forwards so you can see it. But that's JRSKATR. That's my Twitter. You'll see Road to the 2 Comma Club on the thing. But yeah. Yeah, that's weird. This is filming, I guess, mirror image for some reason. Have you thought about taking part of your money out of the market to invest in other areas, real estate? Yeah, I have thought about that actually. Like real estate is the next thing I want to get involved in. I just don't have the time just yet, and I don't know a lot yet. So one of my friends has been flipping houses, or at least remodeling houses, and I'm trying to get her to maybe partner with me to do a flip or to do some investment property together. But it'll be a while before we start doing that. But yes, definitely going to be going into real estate. I follow people back if I like their content. Otherwise, I don't want to follow too many people and then I can't keep up with the people that I talk to the most. So if they post really cool stuff and I'm interested in it, then I definitely will follow back. How did I meet Ryan? Oh, so Ryan, I actually saw his YouTube videos a long time ago, like in January or February, and I reached out to him because at the time he had like 4,000 subscribers at the time, and so he wasn't anywhere near as huge as he was now. But I sent him a Facebook message and asked him if he wanted to do a collaboration to kind of help each other out, And again, I was much smaller at the time, but I did offer him some like video editing tips, and I told him I could help him with, because this is not my first YouTube channel. I've had a YouTube channel since 2006, and so I've been doing video editing for a while, and I have some experience with that. And so I offered to help him with some of that, and he said, "Yeah, dude, that'd be cool." And so I made a video for him, and then it kind of just went from there. We started texting and talking to each other, and yeah, he's really cool. And so I'm really thankful for meeting him. Yeah, so is this the bottom one that you guys can read, or is it the top one? I don't know. It looks on my screen. It looks like the bottom one is the one that can be read. But did you ever play poker on Pocket Fives? Is that a forum? I was on that forum for like. Oh, the top one you could see. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it's mirror imaging it correctly for you, because for me, this is the one I can read. This one's backwards. That's weird. But yeah, I used to play poker all the time, dude. Like all the time. I used to play almost every single day for like 8 years, and then the FBI took over PokerStars and Full Tilt. I had like $250 in Full Tilt that I just lost because they just never gave it back to me. After that happened in 2010, I pretty much just quit. Like I played maybe once. Oh, sorry. I'm talking kind of far away too. I do need to invest in like a good microphone. This is all I have. Let me see where it is. This is what I use to record my audio. So it's really like, you'll hear it in this video I'm uploading now. But I don't know if I can use it as a microphone to like do live streams. Maybe I can. I have to look into that. But at least it's, yeah. Dang, you're playing 7 tables right now. That's crazy. I used to multi-table like 3 or 4, and I struggle with that. My attention span was so bad. I never really did great with poker. I did win a couple tournaments though. Like I had a few wins. The most I won in one day was like $1,900 in a $10 tournament, and then I cashed some of it out and lost the rest of it. Yeah. One of my friends though won $30,000 one time in a tournament. That was crazy. I was watching him. I was with him the entire time. That was the most money I've ever seen anyone make in a single day. That still is the most. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta finish doing the description, and I gotta shower and I gotta do all that. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I think I actually will upload this video, even though I look like a scrub, but I'll upload this. I'll keep it up for a little bit longer so some of you guys can watch it, because there was a lot of cool conversations we had. Any books you recommend about options trading? My friend gave me one, but I haven't even read it yet. So once I start reading it, if I like it, I will definitely talk about it and I will show it. But I haven't read anything. Everything I've learned was through YouTube and just from trial and error, like practicing myself. So definitely do some paper trading if you want to get the hang of it. That's always the best way to learn, is just hands-on. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will live stream again this week, so I will definitely announce it on Twitter and Instagram. So thank you guys for the tips, and yeah, we'll talk very soon. So thank you guys so much for coming in. Hope you guys have a great day, a great afternoon. I hope you guys are making lots of money today, because yesterday kind of sucked. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.